So let's just like imagine you're in a meadow and it's open fields and you're going toward a forest, right? So you're in the meadow, you're feeling that clear, open space. And as you go toward the forest, it might get a little denser and greener. And once you're crossing into the forest, you actually your oxygen levels literally change. That's where the breath comes in here. It's time for a cleansing of your spirit and to sort of shift into a new way of taking things in a different way. Um, Maybe you've been working toward this already and um, you're feeling like you're on the sort of on the precipice of a new phase or something that you're desiring. Maybe you're feeling a little suffocated literally in your life and you're looking toward being able to, have a little more breathing room. Okay. So let's just see what the Zen Tarot cards say. We're doing this, what I call the tree spread. It's kind of one that I sort of made up. And we're going to get guidance as it relates to this sense of new breath, new life being breathed into your spirit. Okay, starting point is here, and then we go internal and external, and then we move forward and see how to cross through to another space of understanding. So the starting point for you, look at that, I like it, is change. So you're in the midst of change, or you are about to be coming upon some change. It may be rapid and unexpected, or it may be self-imposed. But either way, you're moving from, right, the meadow into that forest where the deeper, richer, literal oxygen is, but the deeper, richer sense of living might be for you. Okay. If you were, say, involved in this wheel of change as it spins around and around and around, hanging on here to the outside, trying to reach for things outside of you, will leave you feeling quite dizzy. But resting into your center and resting into, what your soul knows and what your truth is, and literally finding that sort of grounded space will have you experiencing the change, but in a different way. You'll be a little more, you'll definitely be more grounded and less apt to, spin out of control. So if this change is coming upon you, it is time for it for sure. If it's something that you're desiring, like I said, you feeling a little suffocated or a little bit out of breath, a little bit overworked, or just your soul is tired, then know that change is, first of all, change is always happening, right? We're just not always focused on it. So maybe it's your time to begin to focus on some shifts, okay? Internally, within you, this energy is control. So letting go of the need to control outcomes is the first thing that comes to mind, is going to be beneficial and key for you to be able to move forward, Pisces. Change is always here. How you respond to it is going to dictate your own experience with it. And one of the ways you can ease some of the discomfort, if there is any, is to let go of that need to control the outcome, to have things turn out only the way you want them to, only in one certain way. Things, life continues to unfold, and the way you show up and respond to it is going to give you either a deeper experience or a fleeting one that's just kind of letting everything passing you by. So root into your, get grounded, root into your own forest, right? Find that space, find that breath, and allow these changes and allow life to just come at you and keep happening. And you'll be able to respond better if you don't only have one thing in mind as the outcome, right? Or trying to control others' behaviors. That will never sustain. It just won't. We at some point we have to kind of let go of expectations of others. At some point along the lines in any relationship. Whether it's a lover or a child or a friend or workmate or anyone, or someone maybe you don't know, someone in the news maybe that's frustrating or whatever. You cannot control anything except your response to it, right? And you're getting that, Pisces, much more and more. And finding that space to be able to just sort of take in the richness of life at this point is going to do your soul wonders. In your external world, this creates a sense of newness, a sense of almost of starting over, but of definitely starting a new phase of understanding, a new part of your journey, a new road to follow. So rest in knowing that as change is occurring around us, if I get centered and just accept it, and the things that I resist and I don't want to engage in, I will let pass by me, right? That's sort of your mantra. I'm going to be here in the center, and whatever comes through, I'll catch the things that I want to continue to experience, and the things I don't enjoy, I will let pass me by. You're in the driver's seat here, Pisces. The step to be able to, the quality to achieve in order to be able to move forward into your next phase is trust. Look at that. Trust in everything, right? Trust life. The things that come at you that aren't feeling so great, that you might want to, your resistance comes up when they happen. We all go through this. So something happens that we're not loving, we're not enjoying. We tighten, we contract, we build a wall around our heart. We get less receptive as things happen that aren't in alignment with our own truth. That's fine. They're always going to be there. The key is to not stay there, not stay in that contracted space, to recognize it and then allow yourself to be able to take a breath, take that deep breath and open up your heart and realize, okay, all right, that kind of sucked. And now I'm going on to the next thing because, life is happening for you, not to you. Okay. Life happening to you brings about this energy, the need to control. If you're thinking that things happen to you as if like this is a hard lesson that I have to get, or why won't this person cooperate? They're doing all this stuff to me, right? That's not the mentality you want to have when you're learning to catch your breath and bring in more life, bring in more richness into your experience. The outlook that you want is, this individual came into my life with behavior that isn't working for me, and I'm going to learn from that. I'm going to learn to, see from an open yet detached space, right? Open-hearted. Everyone is where they are. People sometimes behave out of, gut reaction, knee-jerk reactions, and maybe they hurt you. But it's okay because I'm going to learn from this. It's going to make me stronger. I'm going to take my deep breaths, and I'm going to trust that the next steps are going to free me from this feeling, right? Getting stuck here in this level of needing to control, staying stuck there will alter your progress. It will actually, slow it down. Okay. Next steps. I'm going to pull them all here. And cool. Very good. So next steps moving forward as you're learning to take in each moment and with that richness of breath and really enjoy and appreciate everything that comes on. You'll know if this, I'm going to go back for a minute to that situation, the sample situation that I gave as far as being maybe in a relationship with a person that's behaving a way that isn't in alignment with you, you'll know if you just initiate some of this work as far as getting yourself grounded, learning that, you know, trusting this experience is going to help you grow, right? Then you'll know at what time it is to leave it behind, to walk away. If this is just not to do with another person, and this is just, you're reading this as your own soul's work, then you also know, when to kind of shed or do away with, you'll know when it's time to do away with certain attitudes, perspectives, and maybe habits that aren't good for you anymore. They don't serve you anymore, right? Within you, you'll know when it's time to make a change and move on, and you're going to really feel freed. You'll feel very, very accomplished as far as taking care of yourself. I've taken care of my needs, my feelings, and that feels really good. If you're not in the habit and accustomed to that, which a lot of us, any of us, humans in relationships with others, we sometimes, blur that line and lose track of what's right for us in the effort to, connect with others and make others, feel comfortable or, wanting to nurture or please others. And we blur that line of, what is my truth and how am I going to continue to live that with the other people, in my life, that they have their own truths too, right? This is a sort of a balancing act. But in your daily life, it's going to be very important to look at the patterns. That's what this past lives card is saying to me in this spread. Look at the patterns that you've gone through so far. It may be with another individual. It may be something, maybe you're wanting to change jobs. Maybe this whole reading is about changing jobs for you. And it's time to kind of go for it and not worry about controlling every step, trusting in the process, knowing when it's time. But just maybe, create a break in patterns, right? Don't go for the same old job or the same old type of supervisor or whatever, right? In the end, mastering some of this and being able to pause and take your breath and realize when the change is upon you, that you can move through it with ease as long as you let go of the need to control the outcomes. Trust life. Know that we're always kind of starting over. Every day we're starting fresh, and you have a new opportunity to make new decisions, like every day, right? Getting all that this is the result of the reading, is that flow, that feeling of, I'm not going to swim against the current. I'm not going to go upstream anymore. I'm going to go right downstream with the flow that is coming at me. Whatever comes at me, I can take it. If I relax, like if I'm in a tug of war with another person, I can let go of the rope, right? I don't need to stay engaged in that. That's the whole energy of this reading, is do what is best for you from your grounded perspective, right? Get grounded first. Take in that breath. Maybe if you've been going too hard lately, take a pause and allow life in, instead of trying to move through it, against the current, right? So this is a big one. I don't know if a lot of you guys are going through some changes, or maybe you're desiring to, maybe you're feeling really burned out, or if change has been thrust upon you. But there are ways to move through it with as little resistance as possible, and to gain from it and grow from it and continue to stay in touch with your loving heart center.